Hey everyone! On this video I'm going to show you how to make a water fountain for your cat, which is basically a source of flowing water. And why would your cat need it? Well, cats are known as very suspicious when it comes to water. Most of the cats I've met seems to have hard time drinking from a standing water source, and if you're a cat owner, you probably already know it. So I've made a little research online on eBay and around YouTube using the keywords cat fountain or cat water dispenser, and I've actually seen a lot of cool different ideas, and this is what inspired me eventually to create this one. Now, there are tons of products you can buy online, but I think that first, it's not worth the money you spend, and second, most of the products I've seen online are not safe for you or your cat. I bet you're asking yourself why. Well, I'll tell you why. Most of the stuff I've seen online comes with a direct AC line from the power socket, and this is high voltage. If your cat will chew through the cable, it can instantly electrocute the cat and the water and may cause a fire, which will put you in danger. The second reason is the materials they use to make those products, which is mostly plastic, and plastic will allow the existence of bacteria, unlike with other materials such as stainless steel. So let's start and go through the materials I used in this project. First, a stainless steel cooking pot. I used one with detachable handles. You can use any cooking pot as long as it's stainless steel. Second, a dog feeding bowl, which is also made from stainless steel. Now you really want to make sure that those two parts are fit together as much as possible, because they're going to be on top of each other. Next is the power source. Just a simple USB adapter with a 5V DC output. I used one with the output from the bottom, so for any reason the cable got tension on it, it will simply disconnect from the adapter. And now to the water pump. I used a 50 gallons per hour submersible pump with adjustable flow control and 8mm tube output. This is a 5V USB pump, so if your cat will chew through the cable, he can't get electrocuted and won't do any damage, except you'll probably have to buy a new pump. Also, there are two vacuum caps on the bottom, so you can attach it to any flat surface easily. Last thing we need is any sort of tube that fits your pump output. I found a straw in the same diameter and used it, but eventually I replaced it to an 8mm plastic tube. You can use any pipe as long as it fits your pump output. So it's pretty easy to make. You can do it by hand or using power tools. I used the power drill to drill the main hole on top of the feeding bowl. I started with a tiny 6mm drill, and to finish I used a rotary tool with a grinding bit. Before you start the drilling, I recommend to make sure that this hole is as centered as possible, so the water will spread out evenly from the top. Now we'll cut the drain holes on the ledge of the feeding bowl. I made two little strip cuts with a small grinding disc. It allows a good amount of water to fill up the spool. Of course, you can make more drain holes, but I think two small ones are just about enough. To finish, I used the rotary tool with the grinding bit to smooth the cuts I made from both sides, just enough to be sure it's nice and smooth. I used the lighter to warm the end of the straw, to make it fit to the 8mm output from the water pump. You can use the same method on any plastic or rubber tube. I cut the spare part from the tube and assembled all the parts together. Now this is the time when you want to make sure that the water flow is set correctly. I chose the medium flow, so the water won't splash from the spool to my wooden floor. It can be tricky to assemble all the parts together. I first push the tube to the main hole and then place it into the pot, pressing the upper end of the tube down. The last part is to make it cat craziness proof. Before you use any type of glue, make sure that both parts are dry. I've first used the hot glue gun. It works, but it's not worth the trouble. I recommend to use any kind of electrical tape. It's way more efficient and easy to replace. Just 3 to 4 rounds of tape around it, while keeping high tension, will do the work just fine. Now all that remains is to plug this bad boy to the power adapter and invite our cat to enjoy a fresh sip of water. This water pot can contain more than 2 liters of water, so it can last for at least a week. but I strongly suggest to add a fresh glass of water every day or two to keep the water level high enough for the pump. You should also keep in mind that it does require cleaning once every few months. After 3 months of use, I did notice that the water flow from the top was decreased. That was a sign for me to clean it up. I took those photos just to show you all the sticky stuff on the pump sidings. That's the spot where the water are being pumped, and that's what slows the water flow. Actually, it's very easy to clean. I just remove the tape and wash all the parts with fresh water and dish soap. Then I retape it and voila, it's all clean. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to stay tuned for more cool projects ahead, make sure you hit subscribe. If you have any questions, suggestions or anything else you want to tell me, just leave a comment. I promise to read all of them. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you guys on my next video. Cheers.